Hello everyone and welcome back to MYP Masterclass for Chemistry. Today we will be covering atoms and subatomic particles. In previous videos, we have established that elements are substances made up of the same type of atom. But what are atoms made of? Atoms are composed of three subatomic particles, and these are protons, which have a positive charge and are found in the nucleus, neutrons, which have a neutral charge and are also found in the nucleus, and electrons, which have a negative charge and are found in the shells or orbitals. This is a diagram of an atom, and you can see here is the nucleus with the protons and the neutrons, and these are the orbitals with the electrons. Elements can be identified from their subatomic particles, and this is where the periodic table comes in. Here we can see all the different elements, and we can see that they have little numbers. So let's zoom in on one element and discuss exactly what these numbers mean. Let's choose oxygen. This 8 right here is the atomic number, and it represents the number of protons in an atom, and it is usually the same as the number of electrons unless the atom is an ion. And the 16 is the atomic mass, which is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So from the atomic number, you can determine the number of protons as well as the number of electrons. And to find the number of protons, you must subtract the atomic number from the atomic mass. But why is this relevant? What can we do with this? We can do electron configuration. Electron configuration is a visual representation of the distribution of electrons in an atom, and it follows a pattern. The first shell can hold up to 2 electrons, and any shell after this can hold 8 electrons. So let's consider the example of oxygen, as we were talking about before. From the previous slide, we concluded that oxygen has 8 electrons. So this means it will fill up the first shell with 2 electrons and have 6 electrons left over in the second shell. And it will look something like this. This would be the nucleus, and we are only representing the electrons. This first shell has 1, 2, and the second one has the rest of the electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can see that it didn't fill up the second shell. So now practice. Identify the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons of magnesium, and draw the electron configuration. Pause the video to do this and resume once you're ready. So, from the atomic number, we know that magnesium has 12 protons and 12 electrons, and if we subtract this 12 from the 24, we can also conclude that it has 12 neutrons. And we're going to distribute these 12 electrons across the shells. So, the first shell has 2 electrons, meaning it will have 10 left over, and we will fill up the next shell with all the 8 electrons, and it will still have 2 left over, which will be put in the next shell. You can keep practicing this with other elements to ensure you have a firm understanding and a clear idea of how to do this. But this is all for now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.